Good afternoon, students. Welcome to our online class. This is your third period and the subject is social science. Students, today through this recorded video class, I am going to complete the remaining topics of chapter 3 civics, that is political parties. I repeat once again, today through this recorded video class I am going to complete the remaining topics of chapter 3 political parties from the book civics. Okay students? Yes. And today in this video I am going to cover the following topics. First one, that is national parties. What are national parties? Which parties can be called as national parties? What is the criteria to consider a party as a national party? Some of the examples of national parties, their founder names and when these parties are been founded. Second one, what are state parties? Which parties can be called state parties according to Election Commission? And I will give some examples of various state parties and which state they are found. What are the challenges to political parties? I mean, at present, what are the problems that are faced by the political parties in our country India and also in the rest of the world? Last topic is how we can reform political parties. What way we can reform political parties? Okay, so these topics we are going to cover today in this video. Okay, students? Yes, students. Our first topic is national parties. So before going to explain which are all parties are called national parties, let me tell you something. Democratic countries or democracies which are there in the world, I mean all those democratic countries which are there in the world and following the federal system, all those democracies or democratic countries that are following the federal system all over the world, in such countries you will always found two types of political parties. I repeat, in all democratic countries, in all democracies all over the world which are following federal system. Here federal means you have studied in chapter 2. Federal system is what? Division of powers between the center and the state. Where there is more than one form of governments like center and state governments. So in all those democratic countries or democracies all over the world which are following the federal system, in such countries you will always found two types of political parties. Okay, the first political party, one political party is found in a particular federal unit. One party is found in a particular federal unit. Similarly, remaining parties are found in various other federal units. Okay, two types of parties are found. One political party is found in one federal unit. Similarly, remaining political parties are found in different federal units. That means at two levels, central level and state levels, there are different political parties are found. Now, you all know whether the countries are smaller or bigger, older or newer. In all democracies nowadays, you are finding political parties. Okay. Now, in India, if you take the case of India, okay, we are having federalism. We are having federal system in India, and moreover, our country is a democratic country. So, hence, in India also, we are having political parties at various levels. At central level, we are having some parties, and in all states we are having different parties. So India is the best example for this one. Okay, there are some countrywide parties. I mean, those parties which are found throughout the country, countrywide parties. So here countrywide parties are nothing but called national parties. In those democracies which are following federal setup, federal system, in such countries, some parties are found nationwide, national wide. Such parties are called national parties. At the same time, some parties are found in the respective what federal units, I mean state level. They are called state parties or regional parties. Here, state parties are also called regional parties. Now, those parties which are called as national parties, I mean their main party headquarters will be Delhi in India, Delhi, and their units, their party units will found in different states. The national-wide parties, their main unit, their headquarters will be at the capital city of Delhi, capital city of the country in India, Delhi. Similarly, their branches, their units are found in various states. All these units which are found in various states, they will follow the similar policies, the similar programs which are directed by from the head office. Okay, and you all know every political in India or in any country, people, the citizens are free to come together to form political parties, which we discussed earlier. And every political party in our country, India, is been recognized by election commission, or after the formation of political parties, they have to go to election commission, and there they have to fulfill the formalities. Then our party will be recognized if the party, I mean, fulfills all the norms, all the conditions according to election commission. And the election commission will allot some symbols. Okay, they'll allot symbol for each political party, and the main, the important and the prominent leaders of the party they have right to use these symbols. Okay, the main party leaders, the main party members of that political party, they are having the right to use these symbols according to election commission. These political parties are called recognized parties. Which parties are called recognized parties? Those political parties which have been recognized by the election commission. Those parties which are allotted symbols by the election commission, such parties can be termed as recognized political parties. And these recognized political parties, okay, are given some privilege and other some special facilities. These recognized political parties are given some privilege and some special what facilities by the election commission. That's why they are called recognized parties by the election commission. That is why these parties are called recognized political parties. The election commission, now you know what are recognized political parties, who recognizes them. If you want to form a political party, where you need to go, which formalities you have to fulfill, who will allot the symbols, everything we come to know. In India, election commission is the main. Okay, that they will allot symbols. Now, in order to decide, so far we have discussed about political parties, recognized political parties, but which parties are called national parties? What is the criteria? What is the system to be declared a party as a national party? How we can consider a political party as a national party, or which political party can be declared by the election commission as national party? So for this, the election commission have adopted one criteria, one method. The election commission have adopted one criteria, one method to declare a political party as a national party, or to declare a political party as a state party, and to declare a party as a recognized political party. So these criteria are being, made by the election commission. Now first I'll tell you what is the criteria adopted by the election commission to declare a political party as a state party. First I'll explain state party. Okay. Then I'll tell you national party. Election commission has laid down the criteria on the basis of number of votes and the number of seats. The Election Commission of India have adopted the criteria based on the number of votes received and the number of seats won in the election. So based on the number of votes, based on the winning of the seats, the election commission decides that these parties are state parties, these parties are called national parties. Now, which party is called state party? Now, according to election commission and according to the criteria adopted by the election commission, any political party, secures any recognized political party secures at least 6% of valid votes. At least 6% of valid votes in the state legislative assembly elections or the Lok Sabha elections, and if that party wins at least 2 seats, then that party can be termed as state party. I repeat, according to election commission and its criteria, any political party which secures at least 6% of votes, 6% of total votes in an election to the legislative assembly in the state, and wins at least 2 seats. Suppose you formed one political party, your party is recognized by election commission, you are allotted a symbol. Now your political party has contested in the state assembly elections, and your party, out of total votes polled on the day, if your party is securing minimum 6% of valid votes, and at least you are winning 2 seats in the legislative assembly elections, then your party is called a state party according to election commission. And state parties are also called regional parties. Example, here AGP, Assam Gan Parishad in Assam is a regional party, state party. DMK, Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam, or AIADMK, All India Anna Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam. TDP, Telugu Desam Party. TRS party in Telangana Rashtra Samiti party, like Akali Dal in Punjab, National Conference in Jammu and Kashmir, People's Democratic Party in Jammu and Kashmir, Biju Janata Dal in Orissa. These are what the examples of state parties, or we can say regional parties. These regional parties or state parties, their ideology is at state level. Their policies, programs are relevant to the state level. Their ideology will be within the state. Their policies and programs, what they adopt, will be based on the state or meant for state. Now coming to national party, which political parties can be declared as national parties according to the election commission's criteria? According to election commission criteria, or according to election commission, if a recognized political party contests in any Vidhan Sabha elections, legislative assembly elections at state level, or Lok Sabha elections at national level, and if that party secures 6% of valid votes and wins 4 seats. Suppose if any recognized political party is contesting an election, either the legislative assembly elections in any state or the Lok Sabha elections, national level, and that party secures 6% of valid votes and wins 4 seats, can be termed as what? Wins 4 seats in what? Lok Sabha, then that party can be termed as national level party. Or I can say like this: if any political party that secures 6% of valid votes in the Lok Sabha elections, if any political party, recognized political party, secures at least 6% of valid votes in the Lok Sabha elections or assembly elections, and this party is found in 4 states, that party has to found in 4 states. A national party has to be found in at least 4 states. At least 4 states this party should be found. Their party unit should be there. And wins 4 seats. And wins 4 seats in the election. So what are the 3 conditions here? First, that political party should secure at least 4% of valid votes in the Lok Sabha elections or any Vidhan Sabha elections, at least in 4 states. Suppose Lok Sabha elections 6%. Okay. And in Vidhan Sabha elections again 6%. That too this party should recognize it in 4 states and wins 4 seats. So winning 4 seats, recognized in 4 states, and get 6% of valid votes in the Lok Sabha elections or Vidhan Sabha elections, then that party can be termed as national party according to Election Commission. For example, take BJP. Suppose once the BJP contested in the election long back, and it secured 6% valid votes in the Lok Sabha elections, and this BJP is found in 4 states, minimum 4 states this party should be there, and suppose the BJP wins 4 seats in the Lok Sabha, okay, or at least some seats in the 4 states, then that party can be converted into national party. Suppose there is a state party. For example, I am giving my state example. TDP, Telugu Desam Party. Telugu Desam Party is in Andhra Pradesh. That's a regional party or state party. Suppose if the same Telugu Desam Party is found in 4 states, if the party units are there in 4 more states, along with Andhra Pradesh, 3 more states. Along with Andhra Pradesh, 3 more states. And this party contests in the Lok Sabha election. And if they secure 6% of valid votes, and they're securing 4 seats, then definitely that TDP party, that Telugu Desam party can be considered as what? National party. Okay, now here in our country India, according to 2017, in our country India, there are 7 national parties are there. How many national parties are there in India according to 2017? According to 2017, in India we have 7 national parties and nearly 30, 35 or 40 state parties or regional parties. Now I am telling the national level parties names. What are the national level parties are there in India? These national level parties, their ideology will be at national level, nationwide. They will think always at national level, country level, nationwide. Okay. For example, first one is, that is All India Trinamool Congress. All India Trinamool Congress, AITC. All India Trinamool Congress, abbreviation AITC, whose symbol is that 2 flowers. Okay, that is one national party, because this Trinamool Congress, this party is found in 4 states, and long back in once Lok Sabha election or Vidhan Sabha election, it secured 6% of valid votes and got 4 seats. That's what this party declared as what? National party. Generally, Trinamool Congress, it is generally found in which state? West Bengal. Okay. See, I am reading. All India Trinamool Congress, AITC. This party launched on 1st January 1998. This party first launched in 1st January 1998 under the leadership of Mamata Banerjee. So who is the leader of Trinamool Congress? Mamata Banerjee. This party recognized as a national party in the year 2016. Trinamool Congress Party declared as national level party or national party by the Election Commission in 2016. This party symbol is flowers and grass. Flowers and grass. Committed to secularism and federalism. This party always committed to federalism and also secularism. Okay. This party has been in power in West Bengal since 2011. Trinamool Congress is in power in West Bengal since 2011 onwards. This party also has a presence in Arunachal Pradesh. Where this party found other than West Bengal? Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur, Tripura. Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur, Tripura. 3 parties plus 1 West Bengal 4. So 4 parties. So Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur, Tripura are the 3 more parties where Trinamool Congress Party units are there, along with West Bengal. That's why this party is called National Party. Now in general election held in 2004, in general elections held in 2014, it got 3.84% of votes. 3.8% of votes and won 34 seats. Making it the 4th largest party in Lok Sabha. Make this party as the 4th largest party in Lok Sabha. Similarly, another national level parties are there. That is, you can read the textbook. Bahujan Samaj Party, BSP. Bahujan Samaj Party, BSP. Okay. This party is founded in 1984 under leadership of Kanshi Ram. It will be asked, you underline this main thing. Bahujan Samaj Party was founded in 1984 under the leadership of Kanshi Ram. Okay. This party seeks to represent and secure power for Bahujan Samaj. I mean backward class people. Bahujan Samaj, which includes the Dalits and Adivasis. I mean Dalits are included, OBCs are there, other backward caste, OBC, other backward caste, Dalits, Adivasis, all are there in this party, and this party works for these people. And also several religious minorities. Religious minorities means what? Muslims, Christians, Sikh, Jainis, Buddhists. For them also this party supports. Okay, this party draws inspiration from the ideas and teachings of Sahu Maharaj, okay, Mahatma Gandhi, okay, Mahatma Phule, okay. Next one, Periyar Ramaswamy Nayakar in Tamil Nadu, Baba Saheb Ambedkar. So Baba Saheb Ambedkar, Jyotiba Phule, Mahatma Gandhi, Sahu Maharaj, okay, Periyar Ramaswamy Nayakar. These are the people who are the basis or inspiration for this party. Okay, next one. This party's interest is what? Welfare of the Dalits and oppressed people. It has its main base in the state of Uttar Pradesh. Where this Bahujan Samaj Party main branch is there? Uttar Pradesh. Okay. Similarly, it is also found in Madhya Pradesh, okay, Chhattisgarh, Uttarakhand, Delhi, Punjab, etc. There will be more than 4 states it found. Okay, formed government. This party also formed government in Uttar Pradesh several times and taking the support of different parties at different times. In the Lok Sabha elections of 2014, it polled about 4% of votes but did not secure seat in Lok Sabha. Okay. Similarly, Bharatiya Janata Party, the party which is in ruling today. Let us see the history of Bharatiya Janata Party. Listen carefully. Bharatiya Janata Party was founded in 1980. 1980. This will be asked. When did Bharatiya Janata Party founded? Because BJP government is there. Definitely they'll want to do the publicity of their party through these examinations. So Bharatiya Janata Party, BJP, is founded in 1980 by reviving the erstwhile Bharatiya Janasangh. I mean, earlier it is called Bharatiya Janasangh. The Bharatiya Janasangh was once again changed into what? Bharatiya Janata Party. So the earlier name of Bharatiya Janata Party is what? Bharatiya Janasangh. Bharatiya Janasangh. Okay, this Bharatiya Janasangh, it was founded by Syama Prasad Mukherjee in 1951. Syama Prasad Mukherjee is the founder of Bharatiya Janasangh in 1951, and later in 1980 this party was revived and its name was changed into Bharatiya Janata Party. Okay, this party wants to build strong and modern India by drawing inspiration from India's ancient culture and values. Deen Dayal Upadhyay's ideas. I mean, Deen Dayal Upadhyay is also one of the prominent person. Deen Dayal Upadhyay's ideas of integral humanism and what? Antyodaya, cultural nationalism, Hindutva. So Bharatiya Janata Party is always laying the trust of what? Hindutva concept. Dance party always emphasizes on Hindutva. That is Bharatiya Janata Party. Which party takes the values of Deen Dayal Upadhyay? Bharatiya Janata Party. What was the previous name of Bharatiya Janata Party? That is Bharatiya Janasangh. Who is the founder of Bharatiya Janasangh? That is Syama Prasad Mukherjee in 1951. When did Bharatiya Janata Party was revived and reformed? That is in 1980. Similarly, this party, its support was this party slowly increased the strength. Its support base increased substantially in 1990s. In 1990s, this Bharatiya Janata Party, this party grew. Okay, I can say. Earlier it was limited to what? North India and West India and only to urban areas. But recently this party also reached to South India and East and Northeast and also rural areas. Okay, this party came to power. This party came to power in 1998 as the leader of National Democratic Alliance, NDA. Okay, including several regional parties. This NDA is having several regional parties. Okay, emerged as the largest party with 280 members in 2014 elections, 2014 Lok Sabha elections, and currently leads the ruling party NDA government at the center. You know that one. Similarly, Communist Party of India, CPI, Communist Party of India, it was formed in 1925. It believes in Marxism and Leninism. Karl Marx of Germany, Lenin of Russia. So this party believes in the ideas of Karl Marx and Lenin. Okay, this party is also called left party, I can say. This party was earlier strong in the ancient period, olden days, became weak after the split of this party in 1964. This Communist Party of India, CPA, it was split into two in 1964. When CPA was split into two in 1964, it was split into two. One is CPI, one is CPIM, and the second is what? That CPI. Okay, here CPI means what? Communist Party of India, Marxist. Okay, and another one CPA became weak and split in this party split in 1964 that led to the formation of CPIM. The significant presence of this party is in Kerala. So where CPIM is found in Kerala, West Bengal, Punjab, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu. Its support base had gradually declined. Earlier people supported this one, but nowadays it lost its support. Okay, its support base has gradually declined over the years. It secured less than 1% of votes and one seat in 2014 elections, Lok Sabha elections. And this party advocates the coming of all the left parties to build a strong left front. Next one, another is what? Communist Party of India, Maoist, M or Marxist. This is also there. It was formed in 1964, I told you. And this party believes in Marxism and Leninism, etc. Okay, similarly, where this CPIM is found, that is Tripura it is there, West Bengal it is there, Kerala it is there. Similarly, main one, Indian National Congress. Where do Indian National Congress found? Actually, this is the ancient party. During freedom movement, this party is there. Indian National Congress Party, INC, Indian National Congress Party, whose symbol is what? This word palm. Okay, so Indian National Congress Party, INC, popularly known as Congress Party, one of the oldest parties in the world, and this party was founded in 1885 by A.O. Hume. A.O. Hume is the founder of this Indian National Congress Party, and this party had experienced many splits. Once it was changed to Congress O and Congress R. Okay, so this party was founded under the leadership of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Under the leadership of Jawaharlal Nehru, this party sought to build a modern secular democratic republic in India. Ruling party at the center till 1977. Till 1977, continuously, right from 1951, it was ruled up to 1977, and then in 1980 to 1989, it formed, and after 1989, its support declined, but it continues to be the present throughout the country. Okay, cutting across all the social boundaries, divisions. Okay, it is a centralist party, I can say. Okay, and this party formed an alliance with other parties by joining their support, by joining their friends with, by joining their hands with other parties, formed an alliance that is called UPA, United Progressive Alliance. In United Progressive Alliance, this Congress party is the leader, and in 2004 it formed, UPA was formed and contested in the election. Again in 2014 also. Okay, currently this is a principal opposition party in Lok Sabha, UPA government. Similarly, National Congress Party NCP, NCP is in Maharashtra. NCP, Nationalist Congress Party, NCP, Nationalist Congress Party. I mean, this party is also a part of Congress Party, I can say. Earlier it was under Congress, but it split and formed Nationalist Congress Party. It was formed in 1999. Okay, with the split of Congress Party. Okay, Gandhian secularism, equity, social justice, and federalism are the main features of this party. This party, NCP, is a major political party in Maharashtra and has significant presence in Meghalaya, Manipur, and Assam. So it is also a national party. A coalition partner, this NCP is a coalition partner in the state of Maharashtra in alliance with Congress. Since 2014, a member of the United Progressive Alliance. I mean, this NCP also became the alliance with what? Congress in 2014. So in this way, these are national parties. Now let us move to state parties. Okay. Now comes to state level parties. Already I have explained that what is a state party according to Indian National Congress, according to National Commission. So according to Election Commission, any political party which secures at least 6% of votes in the Legislative Assembly elections and gets 2 seats, then that party can be considered as what? State party. So there are number of states are there in India, and in maximum in all the states there are several state parties are there. State parties are also called regional parties, as I already told you earlier. State parties are also called regional parties. A political party which secures at least 6% of valid votes and gets 2 seats in the Legislative Assembly elections can be considered as what? State party. State parties can become national parties if their party units are in 4 states and if they get 4 seats in Lok Sabha elections and secures 6% of valid votes. There are some parties: Samajwadi Party, Rashtriya Janata Dal. Samajwadi Party, Rashtriya Janata Dal, these are earlier state parties. Samajwadi Party and Rashtriya Janata Dal, these are earlier state parties. But since their units, their party units are spread to other states also, so hence what happened? These parties, they spread in other states and they secured 4 seats in Lok Sabha. Moreover, they secured 6% valid votes. Hence, these state parties converted into national parties. Whereas, there are some state parties like TRS, Telangana Rashtra Samiti, TDP, Telugu Desam Party, Biju Janata Dal, Assam Gana Parishad, Mizoram National Front, like this. These parties are purely state parties. Even that National Conference, Akali Dal, these are purely state parties because they are confined to a particular state. Their branches of their parties are not found in other states. Okay, state parties or regional parties, their ideology will be at state level, whereas national parties, their thinking, their ideology will be at national level. Okay. In the past 3 decades, we have seen that the number of regional parties, the number of state parties have been expanded. The number of state parties have been increased in the parliament or in our country, India. Okay. Next one. Until 2014, no single party got majority in the parliament. Up to 1977, when Congress party was there, they got majority, it's okay. But from 1990s up to 2014, no single party got 2/3 majority to form the government at the center. Hence what happened? Some national level parties, they made alliance with some of the state parties or regional parties and formed the alliances and fronts such as NDA, UPA, Left Front, etc. And they formed the governments. Okay, now let us move to here one sheet is given, this one. So you please go through this one because here it showed that what are the state parties in different states along with their symbols. Okay, and I repeat, you please check all the national level parties, their symbols, their party founders, and when the party was founded. Okay, next one. Challenges to political parties. Challenges to political parties. You will be asked one question. What are the challenges that are faced by the political parties? Yes. Already students, we know that political parties are the visible institutions of democracy. They are very necessary for the success of representative form of democracies. Okay. But these political parties are being criticized by many people all over the world. Okay, they blame political parties. Okay, for not proper functioning of democracy. Okay, every political party, not only in India, throughout the world, are facing with some challenges, some problems. So today we will read one question. This is one question. What are the challenges that are faced by the political parties, not only in India, but also in the rest of the world? So at present, in the textbook, there are three challenges are given. There are three challenges that are faced by political parties in our country India. One is lack of internal democracy. Lack of internal democracy is one of the challenge that is faced by political parties. Second one, that is here dynastic succession. Dynastic succession. I'll explain that one. Third one, that is, use of money and muscle power. Use of money and muscle power. Fourth one, that is meaningful choice. I repeat, at present all political parties in India and in the rest of the world are facing with so many challenges. Here challenges means what? Problems. So what are the challenges? Number one, first is, that is lack of internal democracy. First challenge. Second one, that is use of money and muscle power. Third one, that is dynastic succession. Fourth one, that is meaningful choice. So these are the four challenges, problems. How these four become the challenges? Let us see. Okay. Now, lack of internal democracy. Lack of internal democracy. Students, shall I go for another video because it is already 40 minutes it is coming. So, I am stopping here. This topic, the challenges of political parties, I'll explain in another video. Okay. Thank you, students.